Hi, Louisa.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. And you?
Well, a little bit tired, but it's okay. Yeah, because we had an activity, at that school where I work full time right now, and I didn't know that it will last until kind of like almost 4 o'clock. So I was kind of like running. So it's okay. How are you? How are your girls?
They are good. Finally good. They
No,
now
no
I
more, no
just
more fever. Oh,
no more fever. Just cough.
cough.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
that's good.
I got sick on Friday.
Oh, really? Like, did you
Yeah.
had flu as well?
Yeah. So
Oh,
on Saturday I got very hard
I had a
headache.
terrible,
I had
a
a
terrible,
terrible headache
yeah.
and yes, I'm not with my voice. I don't know if
So
you
you have a
can.
sore throat as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I'm okay now. But my weekend was not so good my in my way.
But did you go to work today?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So anyway, I hope that you recover very soon as well. I hope it's just, because of the weather. Same thing here. It's a little bit cold now. Okay,
Yeah.
so did you have a chance to finish your listening and your writing?
No, I didn't even start because
You were
I have
sick.
a planning to do on Saturday, but I was not good to do. And yesterday I had many things to do. Was my I don't know if you have this ceremony in Canada, but my biggest my biggest daughter is finished the kids school. I don't know the name,
You mean like
but
graduation? Graduation?
yeah, it's a kind of graduation. It's when they learn to write and read. We call ABC.
You mean your older daughter?
Yeah, my older daughter.
And she's 8, right? 8?
She's 7.
Oh, 7. Okay. Uh-huh. So first grade, right? First grade.
Yeah,
She
here in the first year, we call the name, the year that she's studying is the first year, but in the end of the first year, they graduate. It's the first graduate. It's the
Oh.
name here, it's just a ceremony in the schools. It's
Oh,
very informal. It's not a formal thing. And
informal.
informal and she is in this time my older one and yesterday we went to have pictures of the students they she, her classmates they are together since they were babies and now
Oh.
they are finishing the school and they need to change to another school.
Oh, so this is more like a preschool. Preschool. And this is,
Preschool.
yeah, preschool is from kindergarten, kind of like 4 to 6. And then 6 to 7, it's kind of like, I mean, like kindergarten is 4 to 6. So if they're finished, yes, in my home country, not in Canada. In my home country, the same. They have a graduation before they enter grade 1.
I know.
Yeah.
And yesterday we were taking pictures with all the classmates and all they are really friends, not just
Mm-hmm.
classmates because this this group they are together since they were babies because in this school they have a baby care and they
Daycare. Daycare.
daycare it's called daycare. Here we call berçário
Um.
and she's studying in this school since she's 10 months and
Oh,
now it's
really?
the end of the school, yeah. And
Oh.
we were yesterday at the beach. I will show you one picture. It's very beautiful to see the kids.
Yeah, I know. Oh, ABC. Yeah.
Yeah. It was the time that they learned how to write.
Yeah. Read and write. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really they learned last year, not this year.
Mm. Okay. So do you live near the beach?
Yeah, we did this picture. We took these pictures in the beach of the. Do you remember where I were in those days that I was not with? I was like vacation, and it was in that beach
Oh yeah.
called Porto das Dunas.
It was on that beach. On.
On that beach. That
Okay.
beach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And I got my Saturday sick and my Sunday doing make having or taking these pictures.
Yeah. Or although you were a little bit sick, right? But you still
Yeah,
had to go, They call that mommy duties.
yeah, and I'm on the organization,
Oh yeah.
so
Uh-huh.
I can't.
You are a part of the probably parents teachers organization. Parents
What?
and Parents and teachers organization.
No, we are just 3 months that we are organizing everything. There's
Mm.
no teachers. At
Oh,
school, they
just the
have another.
parents.
Yeah, because in this year we don't have a ceremony like in a
Yeah.
Halloween that they dance, but normally they have a dance. It's very traditional, a valsa.
Oh.
But this year we won't have this.
Yeah, it's because of course of the situation right now.
Yeah, yeah. So I did it. Sorry, Louisa, but this
No, it's
the
okay.
whole week I couldn't practice my
Yeah.
English.
Well, I understand. By the way, when is your test? When is the exact date again?
October 2nd.
October 2nd. Okay, that is a Saturday.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
put because it's better for me.
Yeah. That's right. I just want to show you something.
Today we sent the documents for the our visa. I think that they will start our application tomorrow.
To e-visa, you mean? You sent your
No,
documents
no,
to.
no. We didn't choose a visa. We chose a company from Brazil because
Mm-hmm.
it's more close for
It's
us.
closer to us.
Closer, it's closer. Yeah, it's easier to talk and to go there.
And probably it's cheaper because, a little bit expensive, at e-visa.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Yeah, I know.
It's my husband's sector. I'm studying and I need to have my grades and I need to have my time studying and he's caring about the documents.
Yeah, okay. But what about your IELTS?
I will try to apply for immigration or we changed our strategy because we were planning to apply the STS because it's faster, remember?
What
The
is this
visa,
STS?
the kind of visa that is faster, student perm. I don't remember what means, but it's something that is we can do fast. We can receive in 20 days, about 20 days they answer it. But I they need a very big big money compromission in my account. Do you know?
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if there is anything new. You mean like it's a new application, but you will still apply for student visa?
Yeah. There are 2 ways to apply. Students apply the traditional one that is taking 11 weeks. I saw today,
Yeah.
and then this another one that took about
That
three
that
weeks.
takes that takes
That
only.
takes about 3 weeks, and this faster needs the IELTS 6.5.
Oh.
It was because I was trying to improve, but I want to apply for immigration and other things, but not for visa because I will do with my documents now. I have the letter of the university. I already have this letter, and we will start.
Okay, okay. And do you know what school? Like,
If I know,
yeah, do you know this school now?
yeah, I did the choice with Juliana,
Mm-hmm.
and it's UCW, you know,
UCW.
University of Canada West.
Is it in Vancouver or because I
Yeah.
haven't been. Oh, Vancouver, yeah. Okay. Okay, so I just want to just 1 second. Highlight the color. Okay, so I just want to show you one example of writing. Of course, I need to share my screen first.
Mhm.
Okay, and this one can be this one. Model answer B, although there was like a, but anyway, this can be 7 plus. So we can compare this. Okay. So it says here, notice, not next. Notice that I bolded and colored the ones I like and think are important. So, for example, here, can you please read the first paragraph?
Sure. Let me just read the subject.
Okay, no, it's not, there's no subject here,
No?
but no, no, no,
Okay.
no.
Okay. So these days, it seems that more people are immigrating to other countries than ever before. This raises certain questions about the integration of newcomers into society. Although there are valid arguments to the contrary. In this paper, I will, agree that it is the
No,
responsibility of
argue.
argue that it's responsibility of immigrants to adapt to accept roles of behavior in their adopted country, both writing
No,
and unwritten,
written.
written and unwritten. The reasons for this are twofold.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the reasons for this are twofold.
Can I continue?
Yeah, okay.
Firstly, it is vitally important that newcomers observe the law of their adopted countries for the sake of social order.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the chaos.
No, chaos.
Chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the chaos that would issue in people refused
Refuse. It's D. Refuse.
On drive on the
To
same
to
side
drive
on the
to
road.
drive to drive.
To drive on the side of the same road. It is therefore necessary for all immigrants to ensure that they observe the law in their new country, regardless of any difference to laws in their home country. Two further instances of practice which are permitted in some countries but prohibited in others are the possession of firearms and gambling.
Okay.
Secondly, and more importantly,
Though.
in order to maintain
Societal cohesion.
societal cohesion, It is essential that newcomers respect the
Social.
social norms of their adopted country. Of course, having a mixture of different cultures and traditions give a country color of vibrance. However, I would contend that too much cultural diversity undermines a society by alienating people from
Alienating.
alienating people from each other. It is my belief that similarities
Unite.
unite people, whereas whereas
Whereas,
whereas differences have a tendency to divide. A strong society is a homogeneous society with shared values and goals. When I talk, it's like something
I know. So
by way
it's
of
really good if
conclusion.
you can, drink the ginger I told you, you boil.
Yeah, you told me, and I took ginger tea.
Mm-hmm.
It was good with lemon.
Yeah. And honey, a little bit of honey. Do you know what a honey is?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We use here honey with lemon too.
Yeah.
By way of conclusion, I believe that the issue is likely to become even more important in the future as borders between countries become increasingly
Blurred. Blurred.
blurred. It therefore demands our further consideration.
Okay, actually, this one, there are 273 words. And um, can you guess what the topic is all about? Because it has no subject here, it has no topic.
About the number of immigration and the importance of of observe the roads.
Yeah. So this is kind of like one of the most common topics that are asked, like, given, I should say, as an essay topic, or asked an essay subject matter, because most of those people taking the IELTS are either applying for immigration, like student visa first or student permit first, and then afterwards, immigration, right? So this one talks about, like, how should we, for example, like when we move to another country, what kind of social behavior, for example, or social norms do we need to do? Okay, so in your case, I want to ask you, Mariana, do you have any idea about Canada? Like, what are some
Yes,
of your
yeah.
ideas about Canada?
I know that Canada is a very, very big country, like
Yeah,
my
do you have
country.
an idea which rank or place, like among the top five? Do you know? Is it the
Yeah,
first, the second, the third, the fourth,
no, I don't know
the
the
rank?
the rank, but I know the principal ones, and I know that there are many differences between places. Like we have a colder place and a French place, and the other side, I think that it's I don't know if I can say harm. It's not so colder like this side, but the
It
other
is
side
not so cold. It
it
is
is
not
not so
so cold.
cold, and we can have better temperatures. But all Canada is cold, but it's
Uh-huh.
better.
Okay, so I'm okay. The question actually was, Mariana, do you know, like, when it comes to area, the size, the the size of the country, it's actually the second largest in the world.
Yeah,
So next to Russia, right? Okay. So what else can you say? What
I think
else?
you are the second, Russia the first, the third one is the United States, and we are the fourth. Yeah,
I think you're number 4. I mean number 5.
fourth.
Number 5.
Five?
Yeah, I think
What's number four?
China is number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, there are more and more people coming, for example, to Canada from Brazil to immigrate. And do you think it's necessary for you to know the culture, the social norms of this country, and what have you learned so far?
I've learned about I read and I see, I've always been seeing many videos
I've
about,
seen, no, you use the present
I've
perfect.
seen,
I've seen
I've seen
several
many,
videos.
several videos about the place, and we were choosing the place. So we chose Vancouver because we know about the country, and people like to go outside and do things outside and use many parks. Yeah, and they have you have um, I know in schools we read about this for the new. Let me have this word here in the text. The newcomers, the kids that are newcomers, they are they are received with special class, like uh, having an explanation about the culture
Mm-hmm.
and giving extra class with the language. And I saw that is a very a country that it's very common. It's common to receive many foreigners
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because it's a policy to receive
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in the school.
Yeah. So good thing you know some of the things, for example, some of the policies probably, or some of the things that they do to welcome new immigrants.
I saw about the price for the from the house to
Okay,
rent
I
out.
saw
All
the prices of, or I saw the rental fees.
I saw the rental fees. We were in doubt about Alberta and Vancouver, so we read too much about both,
And
and we were
and why
reading
did you
about.
choose Vancouver over Alberta? Because actually in Alberta they only have one tax. Unlike here we have to pay two taxes. And rental fees are way lower in Alberta than in Vancouver. And what
Yes,
else?
you
Uh,
said the two reasons that we were choosing Alberta, but Juliana said that immigration in Alberta is not very easy. It's harder than Vancouver. They
oh,
they have different government. I don't know if it's a kind of
yeah, it's a
government,
federal government.
and but the rules of the immigration are different from this two
I
places.
think so, yeah. I'm not
And she
really
said that
familiar, yeah.
she said that Vancouver was easier, and if we want to go to Alberta, we can go then. But to start in the country, she suggested to us to start in Vancouver, and we are going our way because he knows, she knows.
Yeah. Okay, and another thing. Well, actually, just today, I met a new teacher as well. She's originally from Albania, but they immigrated here 4 years ago, but they went to Saskatchewan, and then they
They went
stayed
where?
Saskatchewan.
Where is it? Where is this?
This is another province, actually. It's like after Alberta, I think so. British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I was looking just for this place that is not very cold.
And so it was very, very cold there. So what they did, they moved to Alberta after 1 year. And then after 6 months, they moved here because they said it's just too cold for them.
I know.
Yeah. So that's another thing. But okay, if you look at this one, this is one example of an essay where it talks about like immigrating to a new country, for example. So if you look at this, the first paragraph, these days it seems that more people are immigrating to other countries than ever before. Do you agree? This one, the first.
I didn't know about the data, but I imagine I in Brazil, yeah,
Okay, it's the same thing, like people from other countries are immigrating to other countries, especially here. It's because Canada is aiming to welcome more than 100,000 or 200,000 a year, I think, if you qualify. Now, this raises certain question about integration of newcomers into society. Although there are valid arguments to the contrary, in this paper I will argue that it is a responsibility of immigrants to adapt to accepted rules of behavior in their adopted country, both written and unwritten, and there are reasons for this are twofold. Okay. Do you drink?
yeah,
Yeah, okay. And I think in Brazil you can drink anywhere you want.
yeah.
Now, are you aware, especially in the past, not really now, during this pandemic, in the past, you are not allowed to drink anywhere you want. There are only certain places that you can drink. One, in a bar or in a club, and at home. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
I think Brazilians can go to the beach and they can drink.
It's very common to walk on the street, hiding, no, holding
Holding,
some drink.
and it's allowed.
Yeah,
Oh no, here, not here. You can't.
my
No.
husband will be arrested. But
Actually, a lot of Brazilian people complain about this when they
we
move here.
can't drink at the parks.
In the parks, no. Well,
No.
this time, I think like probably a month or 2 months ago, they started allowing some people to drink, but there are still a lot of limitations. You cannot just drink anywhere you want, like in a park or on the beach. So there are some areas where you are allowed, but make sure that you are not causing any trouble. Like people should not cause any trouble because you can easily call the police and report, for example. So that's one thing that you have to keep in mind. Okay, so meaning you tell your husband, honey, you cannot drink anywhere you want. It's either you just drink at home or you go to a bar, or you have to find out which places, which parks, allow you to drink alcohol.
It's
Okay.
very common to drink here in many places.
That's why Brazilians complain about this. But
Yeah.
anyway, now there are certain
Like
parks.
yesterday, we were taking these pictures that I showed you,
Mm-hmm.
and the daddies were drinking.
Okay, yeah. So it's only you, the parents, who organize this, not the school.
Yeah, not the school.
Okay. So you mean after this, they go to different schools now, like to start grade
Yeah,
1?
yeah,
Okay. But wait 1 second. 7 years old? Your
yeah,
daughter is 7? Okay,
yeah.
so
They
first
will
grade is
start
7.
next year, the year two. So the year two starts in a new school.
Okay, okay.
But in this case, because they study in a school that goes until until the year one, but it's very common. Uh, Exist schools that goes just until year one, but there are another ones that there are all years since the
From
daycare
preschool, from a daycare,
in preschool and go to the late the
high school.
high school. Yeah,
Oh, so you mean
pre
that
preschool.
there are also some private schools with daycare and then preschool, elementary,
Yeah,
middle school, high school. Okay. Okay. So
But
it,
even in this one, they celebrate this year, the year one.
yeah, well, it's kind of different because here, you start in elementary, first grade. Preschool is optional. It's not mandatory. Okay, so meaning daycare and preschool, it's
But
optional.
preschool goes to 7 years.
Okay, for elementary, yeah, it should be 7 years. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, no, no. Elementary is usually 6 years. And then 3 years middle school, and then 3 years high school.
So when they finish this preschool, don't happen anything.
Yeah, like preschool is kind of like optional. It's all if it's all up to the parents. But when you go to elementary, you start first grade. But again, it's because at preschool they already learn how to read and write. So many parents also they send their kids to preschool because when they start grade one right away, it will be difficult for the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Okay. So, yeah, it says here, firstly, it vitally important that newcomers, for example, observe the laws of their adopted country for the sake of social order. Now, there are some Brazilian kind of like groups of probably group of friends. And here you can only make noise until 10 o'clock. At home, if you have a party, like you're drinking, you can play some music, but not too loud. But that's only until 10. After 10, you're not allowed to make any noise anymore. So you have to stop. So you have to remember this as well, that when you come here, you can invite some friends, you can have some drinks, you can play some music, you can dance, but it's only up to 10 o'clock. Because there was a time that there was this group of friends downtown, and it was already like almost 12 o'clock and they were still making noise, like dancing and drinking, and the neighbor phoned the police. So this is one thing that we have to observe as well, because for example, even in my home country we can do this. Like if we have a party, someone is celebrating his or her birthday, then we can say until probably 1 or 2 a.m. or even beyond, but not
Yeah,
here. Not
here
here.
too.
Yeah, what do you mean here too? Like, is it because that you can extend your
Yeah,
celebration up
yeah.
to 2
It's like
a.m.?
in your country.
No, no, no. Here, no. So it says here. So this one is about immigrating to a new country. Chaos. Do you know the word chaos?
No. Yes, yes. It's similar in Portuguese, but it's cows.
Uh-huh.
There's no
Imagine.
way.
Okay, imagine the chaos that would ensue if people refuse to drive on the same side of the road. So I think it's the same. You drive on the left.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the same. You no problem with that.
No.
Okay, so it is therefore necessary for all immigrants, for example, to ensure that they observe the law in their new country regardless of
If
any
they are
differences
from
laws
England,
in their home country. Okay. So, for example, when you come here, because sometimes I hear other people, not only Brazilian, Filipinos, Mexicans, and blah, 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 sometimes they complain. Now, why? For example, drinking anywhere, right? And they complain about this, like, why can we not drink, let's say, in the park? Why can't we drink on the beach?
yeah.
So it's the law, right? And we have to follow this. Okay, we cannot say we can do this at in my home country, but not here. Uh-huh. Okay.
Neither in the beach. It's very strange. So you go to the beach and you eat there. There is
You
some food, or
eat,
you
you
need to bring.
drink, you cook barbecue, you know. but you cannot drink. Well, some people can get away with it. Like sometimes they conceal the alcohol, like instead of like having this soda can with soda or Coke.
I know.
Yeah, they replace this with something. But the thing is, the rest, police check at random. So anytime they can come and check on you. If they find out that you are drinking alcohol in a place that you should not, then you will get fined.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. Secondly, and more importantly, though, in order to maintain societal cohesion, this one, do you understand this one?
yeah.
Okay. It is essential that newcomers respect the social norms of their adopted country.
These were newcomers. It's new for me. I thought
Ah,
that was two words.
no, 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 no. When you come here, you will be considered newcomers, new immigrant. No, not new immigrants, but newcomers. Meaning, it's your first time to come here. You live, you study, so you are newcomers.
I know.
Okay, okay. What happened to your house when you come here?
Oh, it's a very, very long story because I live in our own house, but I don't want to sell because it's in the same place of my parents and my
So you
sister.
live in the same building?
Yeah, they
What?
live on the ninth floor. I live on the sixth floor, and
Oh,
my sister lives in the third floor.
oh, so you all live
So
in the same building. That's so nice.
yeah, I have two more, one sister and one brother, and they don't live here. But I live near to one sister and my parents. But I pretend to rent.
Uh-huh, you want to rent the house.
Yeah, but oh, it's not pretend. Pretend is in Portuguese. Sorry.
Yeah.
But we are planning to sell all these three apartments and buy three new ones, smallest one and newest, because our apartments are very big but very old, and we want to buy newest but smallest. For me, it's better because it's easier to rent, and I let them decide because I will not be here,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I need to. I don't know when I will prepare my house to move because I don't have time, and I don't know if I will know like a month before to start to sell my things or um, carry something in my mom's house, for example. I don't know, but
Uh-huh.
in my mind, I want to sell many things like uh, tables, chairs. I can
Exactly.
sell, but the house I want to rent.
Yeah, but when you rent this, it should be furnished, right? Or
No, no, it's not very common
oh,
to rent furnished places here.
oh, yeah, okay. Oh, that will be a lot of work, right? Like you're selling your stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm, okay.
because we have our furnitures.
Mm.
It's like ours with our face. Here in Brazil, our culture is not to use or to rent uh, homes with another furnitures.
Also meaning it's not common.
No, it's
It's
not.
not common to rent, let's say.
No.
Well,
You
here
can
it's not
find
very common
place
too.
furnished. Oh no,
No, it's not very common, but now there are more and more people like renting their apartment or their condo and it's easily furnished.
I know.
Like with
In
couch.
United States, it's very common to rent furnished place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially with our Airbnb now. So everything
yeah,
is provided. It's very common that people rent Airbnb, for example, And they want, of
Yeah,
course, something that, yeah. Okay. Ah, so it's not common in Brazil yet. Yeah.
no, depends if I rent like a place we call flat with just one room. It's like it's kind of studio. Can
Yeah, how
be.
many rooms do you have in your apartment?
In my I have three
Uh-huh.
and one more that lives Lou. You know Lou that lives with me. But the three, it's one that I am, the another one to my kids, and another one for me.
Okay, so you have a maid's quarter. We call this maid's
Yeah, yeah,
quarter. Yeah.
main quarter
Yeah. So there are like actually four.
four,
Yeah. Okay.
and all four are with bedroom.
Okay. Okay.
So it's a big apartment.
It
Do you want to
is.
rent to stay here?
Yeah, like can you give me an idea like how much usually for this four bedrooms, for example, if you rent? Because that is very expensive here.
Do you know here we have different price because we have a condominium. It's very expensive our condominium here because we live in a very short building.
Mm-hmm.
So there are few apartments to share the costs, like the security guy that I said to you,
Mm-hmm. That I told
and
you.
that I told you.
Yeah.
So there are just 17 apartments. It's not a very. We are nine. We have 9 floors, so we have 17 apartments, and the condominium it's 105. Oh, 1,500, 105,000. No, 1,500 reais. Yeah,
Yeah. So you mean you pay every month?
I pay every month. So if I will rent, the person that rents here will pay this. So
So
he will pay the
1,500.
condominium and one more tax fee for me. So this fee it's not very big because this condominium can get the whole value. You know, I
Uh-huh.
don't know if I am
Okay, so you
expressing
you
well.
you pay, we call this monthly dues or strata. So
Yeah,
strata you pay 1,500
yeah, every month.
every month. And how
If
much
I
is
if I
this?
rent,
How much is this in US?
let me 115. Let me see
115
that.
or 150? 1,500.
500.
Okay.
It's about 340, 48.
348
Yeah,
for
but
this.
if I rent, they need to pay me and pay this fee. So it's not very big the money that comes for me. Do you know?
Because you don't need to pay anymore, right? You don't need to pay for the
Yeah, yeah.
strata.
When we rent, they will pay. So they will pay 115, and it's about 115 for me too. So 300 to rent this kind of
Oh,
apartment.
I mean
Do you know?
300 in total, everything, including everything, $300
Yeah, yeah. But
US.
here we pay. We don't include the energy, the water. It's everything. It's out
Out of
outside,
the rent.
out of the rent, or just the water is inside
Oh, you mean the water is included?
included, but the energy it's not included.
Oh, but anyway, you said it's $300 every month for the rent and for the water, for example. It's not
Yeah,
it's not too expensive then.
no,
Are you sure it's only 1,500? Oh, okay.
no, 1,100 is just the money that I pay every month to have the building like the the man that care the apartment,
Maintenance.
and the security man, just for this, the maintenance, just for this. If I rent, I will rent for 300,
Yeah,
because I will receive my money, and they will pay also the fee of the maintenance.
but my question, Mariana, is if you rent this to someone, how much do they need to rent? The whole thing, the whole place.
Yeah, the whole place is about 300.
Oh, it's not 300 US dollars?
No, yeah, it's
But how much is
not
that in
US dollars.
how much in Canadian, I mean US, for example, to rent your house?
I think that the dollar today it's about five, $1 for 5 reais. Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
so $16. No, 60,000.
No, I mean $6,600. 600.
$600.
Oh, okay. It's still okay compared to the US and here with that kind of size because here if you rent a 3 or 4 bedroom apartment or condo, that would probably cost 3,000 Canadian.
Yeah, so
Canadian.
similar here.
Mm, okay. So that's one thing that you must have to be ready. For example, like the rent, because it's a little bit expensive, especially in Vancouver. Yeah.
Yes, I know it was the reason that we were changing for Alberta, but it's not a good place to immigrate, so we need to change.
Yeah, but and you know what? If you for example, this one, my son and I rent this for 1,200 including everything, but it's a basement suite, basement. And there are 2 bedrooms, one big a little bit bigger and one small one for my son, and it's near the station, so it's okay. For us it's okay. But then if you rent a bigger house and it's on the ground floor or second floor, in this area, 1,800, meaning 1,800
Oh yeah,
to 2,300 for 2 bedrooms.
oh,
It's
very
a
expensive.
expensive, yeah. Okay, so it is really essential that newcomers respect the social norms of their adopted country. Of course, having a mixture of different cultures, like here in Vancouver, and traditions gives a country color and vibrancy. So, are you ready? For example, when you come here, Mariana, you will not be able to practice your career right away. Okay, and you will be allowed to work 20 hours a week, and your husband will be allowed to work 40 hours, for example.
Yeah,
And your husband has been working in this company where they sell cars, right?
yeah.
Now, what about if
He's not in a company. He just sell cars by himself.
so it's like
He,
his own,
yeah, his own.
oh, his own business. Okay, okay. So for example, he does this. Do you think your husband will be okay to work in a factory, for example, or in a restaurant?
Yeah, for sure.
So there will be no problem because, of course, it's different from the kind of life. Yeah, okay.
We're not planning to stay working in a factory or in a restaurant our whole life, but when we arrive, yes, we are okay to work with these works.
Yeah,
And we,
actually, everybody starts from something like this, you know?
yeah, and we want to show to our kids that it's normal to work with this kind of work, because here we have two kind of people. one that can do these jobs and the other ones that can do this one. Since we were studying in our first years of college, we can't do this job, you know. I saw a friend being nanny in United States, and I thought that was very beautiful because she was very young and she was making her money to buy her things in United States. But here in Brazil, everybody was were saying, "Do you see? Can you see Fulani? Fulana is being nanny, so she's like having necessities and she needs help. And it's not a bad job; it's a very good job, but we can do in different times of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to teach it for my kids. But sometimes we can do another things. We can do it here. We start all the time waiting to someone like to wash our
Plates.
laundry plates and wash our clothes. It's not very common to stay like on weekends. I don't have help in my house, and it's very common to have even on weekends. And my friends asked me, uh, let's go to dinner. And I say, no, I can't go because I need to stay with my kids. And they say, and don't you have anybody to let them with? And I say, no, oh, yes, you don't have anybody on weekends. So it's very common. And it's like a work, a job that we can't have, but other people, other social class can, you know?
Can do, yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and it's common to this in my country. I think that your country it's like this,
Uh-huh.
and I want to teach them that it's very normal to do these jobs. Like I can do today. I don't do because I work in another place. When I arrive, I don't have time to do. But again, if I need to do, I can do. It's not problem. Like when I'm on vacation, I give vacation for Lou, and I do everything in my home. It's okay, and they start like waiting, mom. I'm not the house cleaner, and I say yes, you are. Go
Yeah.
ahead and clean this.
Okay, that's good because you are training your kids, you know? This is for their
Yeah,
own good because when they come here, it's so expensive to have a nanny or a housekeeper or, it's very, very expensive.
yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay. So they have to learn to do things on their own. Okay. So anyway, if you look at the structure, is there any, for example, like this one introduction and then you have this firstly, secondly, and then by way of conclusion? So it has all the important parts of one essay, and there are 273 words. This is really a good length, you know and this is how you, although there are some expressions probably that are not kind of like familiar to you, but this is how it should be, yeah, in your writing.
Okay,
Yeah, so I will send you this so that you can get some important phrases. Okay, I colored this in purple. Okay, so you don't have any question about anything?
no, okay, everything okay. And finally, I could pay you. Sorry for my.
Oh, no, no, no problem.
Uh,
Yeah, thank you, by the way.
it was very fast to do on my computer.
Yeah, sometimes things don't work on our mobile phone.
Yeah, they were asking. I will do on my computer the change of my password because my cell phone they were asking about a new password and they were saying for my old phone number, and I
Uh-huh.
will try to to change this on my computer because I think I am able to do this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's do some speaking. And these questions, some of the questions, or if not most, were already asked in the actual exam. Okay, this one is interesting, especially that you're also a teacher. You are a university professor, and I am a teacher. So, teachers should be paid according to how much their students learn. Do you agree or disagree?
If if we teachers were paid according to how much our students learn, we couldn't um, have the accuracy of how much they learn because we don't know. How can I say how much I've learned in our class? Sometimes we have many things that we learned and we don't know how to express and don't know how to show. So it's not possible. It was very good to show to the world uh, how, how, how long is the way that we teachers can do and can teach, but it's not possible. But if it was possible, it was very good. We can pay in hour of class. We can contract more about the methodology that can work more, but we can't um, know exactly how much our students are learning.
Mm-hmm. So, teachers should be paid according to how, if not how much their students learn.
I think that we can pay the teachers about the hours, the time that we are teaching. Of course, we have different prices of these hours, depending of the practice,
Depending
and
on.
depending on the practice, the methodology, the number of students, and depends of
On.
depend
It depends
depends
on.
on about what the course is teaching.
Okay, it depends on the course.
It
It
depends on the
depends on the
course.
experience, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it depends on your credentials. Because if we base it on how much the students learn, I think that's not easy to measure. Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Okay, so one. Okay, this one.
Imagine that you have received some land to use as you wish. Land, it's like the land.
Lot. Yeah, a lot. You know, a piece of land. Probably your parents have this piece of land and it's huge, and they divided this into four because you have three siblings, right? You and then three more,
Yeah,
and it's still huge. So how would you use this land?
depends. Where is this land? If
Okay.
it's if it's near to the beach, I can build a house. If it's big, I can build a hotel to make money.
Mm-hmm.
If it's near to a oh, I forgot the words, like a country place, we can make a farm.
In the
Depends.
countryside, you mean? In the countryside?
Countryside, yeah, the countryside. If it's in a avenue, a big avenue, I can
If it's
make it
along
for
along a big avenue, al-
along a big avenue. We can make business. If it's near to a shopping or mini malls or many downtown, for example, we can make a parking place. Depends.
okay. So it depends on the location.
Yeah, it depends on the location.
And then you will use this primarily for business.
Yeah,
Okay,
because I
that's
have my home.
yeah, okay. Okay, this one. Explain why we cannot learn only English only from a book.
Because English is a language that we need to practice, we need to listen, we need to speak. And if we are just reading, we cannot uh, learn at all. And the
Mhm.
language is all this practice. We have like 4 practice: writing,
Reading,
reading,
listening.
listening, and speaking.
Yeah.
And on the book, we can just read and sometimes can write.
Yes, of course. Reading a book can help you improve your reading comprehension, your writing, your grammar, your spelling, your vocabulary. So there are many things that you can also improve when you read a book. But the thing is, you won't be able to use the language effectively if you're not able to practice this. It's always necessary that you put this into practice, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, probably one last question. I have a class as well, but I told her I'd be late, so it's okay.
Okay, no problem if you have class
Yeah,
now and
it's
then it's
okay.
okay.
So, one more. Tell us something about a place you have gone to lately and why did you go there?
Late, lately is like recently
Yeah,
or
exactly. That's
I
the
don't
same
know.
meaning. Recently or lately.
Okay. A place that I gone to lately. I went to a hotel that I was in the mountain and there was many places to my daughters play and was a pool, was a place, a lake that we can fish and was there was a good restaurant and I spent 3 days there and it was very good. The weather is good there, but you can came back everybody sick.
Yeah. Yeah. So the weather was sunny, rainy. What kind of weather they
Sunny
had?
during the day it was sunny and at night was a little bit cold.
Oh yeah, that's why. And probably the aircon was on too.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, that's why. Okay. Okay, so anyway, Mariana, I hope that you will be able to finish, but if you cannot, it's okay. You have one writing task and one listening.
One lesson.
Would you like me to give you some reading as well?
No, I want to do. I will try to do just this two because I know that my next 2 days will not be very easy. So I will try just to do this
Okay.
exercise. Okay.
Okay, no problem. Yeah.
I'm trying to finish these documents to the visa. My husband is working on this,
Mm-hmm.
and my work is very busy, and we need to find a day to go to the doctor to this visa. And there's many things. And on Thursday, I know that is my mom's birthday, and
How old
I
is your
know that
mom?
70.
Oh yeah, 70. Okay.
Yeah, and we are planning a lunch for her, and I know that if I do this writing and this reading, this listening is good for me.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. So
Okay, thank you,
anyway, happy birthday to your mom,
thank you.
and I hope that you feel much better
Okay,
soon. Okay.
Luisa, I gave your number to another friend. He's Cristiano.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You
Thank
know?
you. Yeah, I haven't really checked yet. I don't know if somebody already messaged me, but so his name is Cristiano,
Yeah,
and he wants to study IELTS or general English.
yeah. I think that he wants both
Oh, okay. Okay.
because he asked me about the IELTS and then
Asked.
he asked me asked
Asked. Yeah.
about the IELTS and then he asked about the language and practice.
Okay, is he
Okay.
planning to come here too?
No, he's planning to go to Portugal.
Oh, Portugal. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, I'll see you on Wednesday, Mariana. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye
See you
bye.
at 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye
bye
bye. Have a
bye.
good night and
Yeah, you
good
too.
practice.
Yeah, you too.
Bye bye.